What's up, people? I was about to say Daniel at night. It's Daniel in the morning. It's night for me. I am drinking because it's night for me. It's morning for most of America, night for me. I work third shifts on weekends. And so I figured I'd come out here and annoy you people, whoever watches this, like the one or two people that watch this. Life is not too bad. Wife got a pay raise. Our financials are terrible, but not like we're dying. Hopefully I was hoping by the end of this year we'd be better, but my wife got COVID like 3 fucking times, and that hurt us a lot. I never got COVID. I might have got COVID, but I got the shot. I'm vaccinated. No boosters. I don't care. Really don't give a shit. Either or. Whether you're an anti-vaxxer or not, I really don't care. Either way, you fucking flip the bill. I got it because it was free, and free stuff is better than not free stuff, as far as I'm concerned. And I believe in the idea of vaccinations. I'm not a fucking freak who doesn't understand what an RNA shot is. It was a calculated risk that fucked me on the first shot, but I was fine on the second shot, but fucked my wife on the second shot. That's how it generally worked. So we are behind on where we want to be. On that front, the kitchen needs to get finished. Our cat had like 6 kittens. So we got like 6 fucking kittens running around in the house, which makes being a husband and wife somewhat difficult. It's weird when like 6 kittens are perched at the end of the bed watching you. But anyways, on a non-violation of YouTube information or whatever the hell the policy, how about them Bears? Like the Cowboys. Hopefully the effing will be happening next week to the Cowboys. But this week, we absolutely raffle stomped the Patriots. And the only one apparently that saw it was anybody who didn't watch the Bears play football the last 4 weeks. They're in 6 games, or whatever, they were 3 and 4 now. So the last 6 games before this one, Chicago had almost basically, except for the Packers game, they should have won all the other games. Honestly. Especially the Commanders game. They should have won that game. They should have beat the Giants. It's just like they were almost there. And I think the comment that Fields made, which was... 1 second, please. Which was he was tired of hearing we're almost there. Almost isn't good enough. What they showed you is when they're not almost there and they're there, right? They're there. That's what happens when they're there. And hopefully they can be there for most of the rest of the season. And I know a lot of people are like, tank for what? What? I mean, I don't watch ESPN. I don't follow sports like I used to. But I'm sure that if there was some absolutely amazing people coming out of the college level, that I'd hear about them. Like, all I hear about is how really good this draft coming up for basketball is going to be, or you know, how terrible not last year's, but the previous year's draft for NFL possibly was, because despite how good they thought all of the quarterbacks were going to be, they're not looking like they're going to be as good as they thought they were going to be. Well, that goes without saying. People need to take a break on these quarterbacks, man. These quarterbacks went to pretty much bad teams, and they need to rest. They need to chill out. Anyways, what else? Especially the Jaguars. How bad does that guy feel? Went to the Jaguars. I can't remember his name. That's how shitty that guy got it. Cubs are looking like they got a ton of money. A lot of good free agents coming up this year. And Cubs have a lot of money. Next year is even better. Shohei Ohtani coming out of the free agency. Would really like to see that guy on the Cubs. Cubs have some positions they need to fill, but if things work out, they'll only need a pitcher or two to fill out the rotation, assuming things work out. Now, anything can happen. It's Major League Baseball. 33. If you're 30% on average over your career as a hitter, you're a Hall of Famer, right? So things work out in the pitching aspect. Shohei Ohtani may be the little bit they need to fucking come back as the premier team of the NL Central. And I know the Cardinals got two really good guys hitting wise at the corners. I don't know how much longer those guys will be much better. It can come, it can go. It's baseball. I have no idea what's going with the Blackhawks. I don't follow hockey, but it looks like the end of the road for some of the players that brought a lot of hockey fans a lot of joy in the 2000s. Patrick Kane and a couple of those guys. I know a lot of those guys are gone, retired and whatnot. That brought the Stanley Cups back to Chicago. Bulls basketball is looking better. They got blown out by the fucking the Cavaliers. Happens. Then they went and they totaled the Celtics, which is good. They should have beat the Wizards, but we won't go into that. It's a non-call. Let's see. What else do we got going on? I can't think of anything. Oh, the CMAs, the authority for whatever the hell they call it, in England about Xbox. That's getting annoying a little bit. I guess there's some update, but I saw it on YouTube, and then I was like, for whatever reason, here, let me launch YouTube now, because I'm crazy. Why launch YouTube from a game that why go to YouTube? Let's go to apps. Let's go to Internet Explorer. See all that blue? That was Internet Explorer. Launch. From Washington. Wow, who gives a damn? Oh, it's been a while since I opened this. The changing faces of the Chicago Bears offensive line. No shit. How about that? I bet you there's some guy being like, there's all these good players coming out of college. I was just saying that because the Bulls have a point guard solution and a point forward problem. They kind of do. They got some really good players that can handle the ball on the Bulls. Like, how do you, when your real point guard comes back, how do you deal with all this? Hall of Fame quarterback. Might be time for Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers to walk away. It might be. So let's look at this. CMA, and Microsoft. Let me search for this. The CMA investigation. This is from government.uk. All right. How the CMA investigating the merger and what it means for gamers in the industry and how you can share your views. This is from gov.uk, which doesn't mean anything, right? This is not necessarily the government of the UK, because I'm sure that would be like .gov.uk. If you're ever looking for something in the US and it's official, it'll be .gov. It'll never be like something.com or anything like that. So it looks like maybe it's official. So this is we first carry out an initial review of the deal to determine whether there are any complications concerned. This is known as phase 1. If we aren't concerned about the deal, we clear it. But if we have competition concerns that are not solved during our initial review, we'll carry out a more depth investigation known as phase 2. Phase 2 investigation begins. At phase 2, we build our work at phase 1 and gather more evidence for the merger business and other investigate potential issues with the competition that could arise as a result of the merger. Issue statement published. The issue statement shows the focus of our phase 2 investigation and sets out what we call theories of harm, which are the potential concerns that we are investigating. At this point, we invite anyone, including members of the public, which they are doing now, to share their views with us. Analysts of evidence. After publishing our issue statement, we continue gathering and reviewing evidence, and we often meet with business proposing to merge and their representatives on site to learn more about their businesses. We then hold hearings about the main parties and sometimes third parties to ask them about questions about the evidence that we receive. So they're going to talk to Sony, they're going to talk to Microsoft, they'll probably talk to 2K, Ubisoft, other people that make FPSs. Because apparently the only thing that Activision makes is fucking World of Warcraft and Call of Duty. And Microsoft owns the other competition to fucking in the West to World of Warcraft. Once we have a good understanding of the business and organization, blah, 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 final report, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if they got any. The impact and merger of other game consoles, impact the merger on other gaming platforms. This is what I think a lot of people were upset about. And I wish I could stream this so I wouldn't right here. You know what? I may be able to stream this, but I have to go through my other platform, and I think I canceled that shit. They're claiming that it would be detrimental to Sony, which it will. And after all their deals are done, if Microsoft decides to take it off after a certain amount of time. But if Microsoft tells you, all right, you got a 3-year deal and we're going to give you 3 more years. You got 6 years to figure shit out. If you can't figure shit out, I mean, Sony's got Resistance. They got why is my brain failing? It was my first PlayStation 4 title ever. Fall of Man. It wasn't Resistance Fall of Man. It was you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And then there's that big online only game they had, like 64 player online only game they had. They have franchises that they can leverage. SOCOM's one of them. Although that's something they have to get licensing from. SOCOM has changed since the last time they put it out. So let's see. Full exclusive potential for Microsoft to limit the availability of Activision content on other consoles. Timed exclusivity, the potential for Microsoft to delay Activision content from appearing on other consoles, which is something Sony already does. Poor quality, potential for Microsoft to offer lower quality options for Activision content on other consoles, such as not having access to features or upgrades which are available on Microsoft devices. Legitimate concern, but unlikely, because it's harder to limit than it is to just make shit work. Pricing, the potential for Microsoft to raise prices on Activision content on other console gaming platforms. Activision's already $70 on other platforms and Microsoft's platforms, so I don't know what the fuck they're going to raise prices on. Microsoft always, if anything, prices would go down. The impact of the merger on multi-game subscription service, such as competitors to Microsoft Game Pass. All it would do would be forcing Sony to think about adding first-party games to their lineups. Microsoft made a commitment initially. They knew they had to make the commitment to make all first-party because they knew that if they were going to do this, they had to go all in. Sony did not want to go down this path. Microsoft is probably going to make them go down this path regardless of whether they want or not. The impact of the merger on future of cloud gaming. I don't know what the hell you want to say. Sony's been in the cloud gaming since 2014, and they shit the bed. I mean, what the hell do you want, man? They shit the bed on cloud gaming. They've had it since 2014, and they've done absolutely nothing with it. They haven't changed it. They haven't made it better. They just shit the bed. I don't know what you want to say. The deadline for views and evidence is the 28th of October. I don't even know what date it is. I don't know if I could bring my phone down and check it either. It's 26th here in the U.S., so only probably about a day and a half to get your stuff in, if you want to put your stuff in. You can respond to issues, statements by emailing us at microsoft.activision@cma.gov.uk by the 28th of October, 2002. If you want to provide attachments, please ensure they are either in Word, Excel, or searchable PDF formats. It will help the team if you indicate any confidential material, including whether you wish to be anonymous, and provide non-confidential, redacted versions of your submission, giving the reasons for your request with confidentiality, as we may publish some or all of your submissions. Please note that due to the anticipated volume of submissions, see, he was worried. Some people were worried that they wouldn't know that they were going to get fucking inundated. They knew they were going to get inundated. And they said, we may not be able to individually acknowledge and respond to your email. They know they're not going to. This merger is probably going to go through. And the CMA just... All the CMA doing, I think, is a lot of legwork that the European Union would have ended up doing. That what will end up happening is... the European Union will use this. Maybe they'll be like, all right, they did their due diligence, and why deal with all the extra headroom if they feel like they did their due diligence? Anyways, I had other things to say, but I totally forgot what they were. It's beer is bad for you, or ale, as it would be. Peace out, people. It is almost 20 minutes in, and I'm calling it a freaking day or a night for me. I may be going to bed a little bit.